Man, every single time I bring up this new Ye album, Cuck, people instantly start looking at me sideways, bro. Like I'm fucking bugging, or like literally, it's definitely one of the most banned. It's gonna be one of the most banned albums ever, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. But have you actually listened to this sound? The second I tell someone I like Cuck, they hit me with the, oh, you just like everything he drops, or oh, I'm just following the Ye hype. Nah, bro. What the fuck does that even mean, anyways? But nah, bro. This is different. I've been saying this since it literally was previewed on that Digital Nash stream. This album feels raw, bro. The sound design, the mixing, the way he even flows. It's like nothing else out right now. And I even made a community post saying it reminds me of the life of Pablo. And I stand on that. I stand on that. That album literally changed me. It wasn't just the merch. It wasn't just the rollout. It was insane, like how good that production was. How every song had its own weird little world. And Cuck kind of reminds me of it, man. Cuck reminds me of it, bro. People forget Ye's always been unpredictable. But this time around in 2025, modern Ye, he's really pushed it to the edge. Like, the album was originally titled WW3, and the cover, it's crazy. He used this old photo of a KKK wedding and edited it to make it one of like the figures black. It definitely rubbed people the wrong way, and now the photographer is even calling him out for literally using it without his permission, bro. But that's Ye, bro. He always walks out with that tightrope between genius and madness, and it's uncomfortable for sure for a lot of people, but it gets people talking. It forces you to react, and if you can move past that initial shock, the music underneath is wild, bro. Tracks like Cosby, tracks like Virgil Let Me Down, and then my personal favorite, H, Ye, and Jesus. They all sound like they were made in some weird alternate universe, bro. That's like the best way to describe it. It's not polished or radio ready. It's unfiltered, gritty, chaotic in the best way possible. And Ye's production is on like some whole other level here, bro. I haven't heard anything this layered and aggressive since like Yeezus era, bro. Like, you know, Swish, Thank God for Drugs era. And it's like he ripped that filter off and he doesn't care anymore. Like I said, he's letting everything spill out. And you might not agree with what he says, but you feel it with the music. And honestly, that's just what makes music so powerful, bro. Super powerful, bro. Now, yeah, I'll admit, some of the lyrics are definitely controversial. I've said that plenty of times. There's no debate about that. That Cousins track, that initial track, you know, the initial reaction for that track was insane. And that Bianca track, super catchy. And I think Ye's literally having fun, but at the same time pushing it to the edge. Like, this dude literally turned a breakup into like a confessional. Like, you know, he's airing out personal stuff that most artists would never ever touch. But even with all the controversy, you can't ignore the fact that this album is going to be studied for years, bro. It's shocking, it's uncomfortable, but it's also its timestamp of where Ye's mind is at right now. For better or worse, it's literal raw expression. At the end of the day, Cuck is one of the boldest things Ye has ever worked on. And that's saying something. It's not for everyone, I get that. But if you follow this evolution, you could tell this is him going back to like that, you know, chopping up soul and drum sample. No rules, just energy and experimentation. It's not about agreeing with every bar or liking every sample. It's about feeling something again. And for me, I honestly haven't felt this way about a Ye project in years, bro. I didn't even feel this way about Vultures or Vultures 2. And that's saying something. Let me know what you guys think. I know there's definitely going to be a lot of conversations around in this album. And I'm here for the conversations. I'm here for the open conversations, the uncomfortable conversations. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.